All right, points of pride.
Hey, I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. And our points of pride for January 2nd, during the school-wide Winterfest on Thursday before break. Hold on. The third and fourth graders helped at AES set up, making placemats, preparing and serving the meal, as well as cleaning up. So they were very pleased with that event. At Pierce School, they offered two after-school club karate sessions for students in grades K to 1 and 2 to 4 for 4-week sessions. LeMay's Karate Studio came to Pierce and taught the fundamentals of karate, and students were able to earn their white belt within that time frame. They are also starting an after-school Lego club for students in 1st through 4th grade. Students will be able to create individual builds to begin, and there will be a culminating project at the end. At GES, there was an amazing collaboration between the GES PTO and the PE teacher Kelly Parker, the counselor Vanessa Lofsted, and all the staff at GES to organize and support the winter solstice celebration on December 21st. Students in all grades participated in different stations where they made such items as glitter jars and sock snowmen. It was a wonderful way to celebrate winter. And at Peterborough Elementary School, they had their concert on December 20th, and students played instruments, sang wintry songs in front of a full house, and kids were amazing. The performance was wonderful. Those are our points of pride.
Approval of the manifest.
Certify that the manifest listed below totaling $1,844,118.88 have been reviewed by me and found to be proper against charges against the Kentucky Valley School District for goods and or services received and have been properly processed prior to their submittal to the school board.
Have a motion to approve the manifest.
I move we approve the manifest.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Any abstentions? All right, that passed. Thank you. This is a point in our agenda where we're open for public comment. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak to the board? You have 2 minutes, and your name and the town you're from, please, if there's anyone. Not seeing anyone, let's go on to superintendent's report. Students representative report. Lucy.
2 weeks ago there was the winter concert, and then we also had an in-school concert after that, and it was nice to enjoy all of the music from our peers. The Thursday before break, the seniors had their movie night, and we had it in the library, and we watched Elf. This week there's many winter sports happening. Girls ice hockey is going on tonight at home, and then boys basketball is happening tonight. Boys JV basketball just won by 4, so that's exciting. Wrestling is Wednesday, and then boys basketball is home again on Friday, and then Alpine is home for a slalom race at Crotchet on Friday.
Thank you, Lucy. And again, at your leisure. Consent agenda. Superintendent.
Okay, so unless there is something regarding the minutes, then we have a new treasurer. So our treasurer has decided that they would like to move on, and we would like to assign the associate treasurer to the treasurer position. Deputy treasurer, thank you, to the treasurer, unless that there is excuse me, concern about that. So if there's no concerns.
Any concerns from board members? Seeing none, thank you. Superintendent's report.
Sure. So in your packet, you have your monthly events, and my understanding is there may be some that need to be discussed and added. So we are here at the school board meeting there is an SOC meeting on Thursday. Our public hearing is next week, and it doesn't look like we're going to get snowed out. Yay. Then we have the meeting, our public hearing snow date, but a school board meeting as well. Policy committee on the 23rd and the 25th. Alan, I understand that there might be some things that you,
We also have a meeting on the 18th of January.
SOC?
Sorry? Oh, that's okay. Let's put down the SOC.
It's
And-
SOC.
SOC.
SAC?
OC.
Okay, SOC.
Yep.
So,
And then we also have one on the 8th of February,
SOC.
SOC, yep.
Time? Time for those meetings?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
7:30, I'm sorry, 7:30 for
Seven.
those meetings.
Okay,
The
7:30.
one this week is 7 o'clock.
Okay.
I think there's some confusion, Alan. Are these forums or are they SOC meetings?
The last two are forums. This-
Okay,
Second
so
two
they're
are-
going to be
Second and third one are forums.
community forums.
Yep. The second one is for the 4 towns on consolidation.
The one on the 18th?
Yep. And then the third one is for all towns on February 8th.
Okay, so
And
it's
the
a,
one this week is on with the town officials.
okay, so it's a forum. And the one on the 18th is going to start at 7:30
Yep.
PM.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be with, when you say the 4 towns, which 4 towns? Temple?
Temple, Dublin, Bennington, and Francistown.
Okay, Francistown.
Yep. Those last two are at the Lucy Hill Film Theater. First one's in this room.
Which one? This Thursday is
This
here.
Thursday is in this room.
And so the 8th is also a community forum?
Yes.
Yep, you call that.
Okay. And that's on the 8th of February
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yep.
7:30.
and at 7:30?
Yep.
And I guess, okay.
Any other committee meetings that, Jim? So January 16th. And then the other one was,
5:40.
say again? 13th. Yep.
Anything else? Okay. Do you want to do it the 27th? That's school vacation. I don't care. I'm here, so. I don't, but other people may not.
School vacation week? That a bad week for policy? Good week for policy? Well, let's put it on the schedule,
Perfect.
unless, and then people can email me if that is a tough week of February 27th, school vacation.
Okay, I do not believe there are any outstanding school board requests. And your enrollment, your January 1st enrollment is in your packet. Happy to answer any questions on those.
Jim?
I'm sorry, so just for, I need to interrupt you because the minutes got accepted under the consent agenda, so.
We'll fix it later. I noticed a mistake.
No, but you, if you're going to change the minutes, you have to move to change the minutes and then, so.
Do we need it? It's a difference of, we're gonna vote on the trust funds later, so
Oh, okay, so we'll correct it through the,
correct it through we'll just correct it later.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if the minutes
So
need to be
maybe-
corrected. Sure.
That's all I have for you today. Happy New Year.
All right. FY 20, FY 25 budget. We should approve that budget this evening. Any further discussion information, Superintendent?
So, in your packet, you did get a copy of the default calculation, so you can see that the difference between the default and the budget is about, I can't see that number. My cheaters are not big enough anymore. It's about $548,615.
$650.
Thank you. It's time to go up a notch on my cheaters. So, I'm sorry, I was under the impression you guys accepted the budget. Didn't we vote on the budget at the last meeting?
We did accept the budget.
At the last meeting,
Right.
right? Yes, okay. Because when you change the budget, makes us have to change the default around.
So,
So happy to answer questions on the default if there are any.
Jim, any questions?
We did have a subject in the budget I want to talk about under negotiations in the non-public.
All right, we'll do that in non-public then. Anyone have any questions on the budget? And not seeing any. Alan, do you have old business that you want to bring forward for us?
On consolidation and reconfiguration, those 3 meetings that are set up, the first one is with town officials. And it's the town officials of 4 consolidating towns. And we're well prepared for that. There will be, the handouts up here, to these people, and also presentations in this back. And Brenda was nice enough to put them all together. Xerox them. Copy. The second meeting, which will be held at the Lucy Borough Theater, is for all town members, all residents of the 4 towns affected by the consolidation of the configuration project. And we did it that way because we want them to feel like they have a way of talking without being interrupted by other people. Do not have the same skin in the game, if you want to call it. So that's going to be the second meeting. The third meeting is with all towns, all residents, and that'll be basically the same type of meeting as the second. We will be discussing consolidation and configuration, they'll be asking questions, answering questions. The last 2 meetings are both in-house and online. That's what we've done before, and it seems to work out pretty well now. And those are the meetings that we're going to be having. We also have written communications that are ready to go out. Liz did one, really good one in the beginning. I think I sent it to everybody on board. And tonight, I guess we're going to talk about it, and then sort of make sure it's approved. I want to get it out. And so we have that communication, and we have 2 more that will come.
Okay, any board members have any questions about Liz's communication? I'm assuming you all got a chance to read it. Janine?
Oh, the rhetorical question? That's what a rhetorical question really is, you know? That you don't really expect an answer from the question. Just things that people say, I don't know if you're reading or not. I don't know how a rhetorical question can be reading.
Anyone have any concerns, questions? Okay, if not, I would like a board's approval to send out Liz's written article. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Any abstentions? All right, thank you, Alan.
That article will be going down to all towns. We also have within that, it's in the same mail, we have a schedule of the 3 meetings. And then we
I just need clarification about the mailings. So I need clarifications regarding the mailings. The mailings, every time we mail that out, it costs about $3,000 to send out. So I need to know that that is the will of the board.
Will of the board, just give me a thumbs up to send out the mailings. Yeah, okay.
Plus, so we're talking, we're gonna have $9,000 in mailings over the next month.
No, that's not what I said. We have 1 million now that will be for all 3 meetings. Second and third mail will not forget who's going to be going out there. Other than for the first mail.
Well, but we also have a mailing that has to go out for the warrant. So that's the third one that I'm talking about. So that's $9,000. Just want to make sure that it's $3,000 for each mailing. So we just,
Catherine?
Well, we should take every opportunity to combine mailings, so all 3 meetings on one, or other information we can provide. But if we do the warrant every year, perhaps that would have to be, I don't know, a different mailing, or have information where they can go to get more information on that mailing, so that we're not inundating mailboxes, and also being careful with our tax dollars at the same
You know,
time.
it's a balancing act on communicating to the whole community, saving money. And using the postal system, you do get to the whole community. Better than you get to with any of the other. So we have to balance that. That's why we're putting a lot into 1 mail.
So we'll have one mailing that's going to give out the dates. The warrant we have to send out, that's 2. So the third would be an addition that, well, we'll wait, we've approved one and the warrant. You're going to send the warrant out. So those 2, when we get to the third one, we'll decide at that point when you're ready to send out that third one.
Well, what I'm saying is, we have 1 mailing now. which
Right.
will be listing all
Yep.
and internal.
Right.
And we're looking to the second mailing. I'm not sure whether that one is going to be full mailing or just to the 4 temps.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay, then we'll wait on that mailing because we'll have time to bring that to the board. Yeah. All right. So we're talking about 2 right now, the warrant and the addressing the meetings. Jim?
When you say the warrant, you mean the normal one we do on the warrant?
That goes out every year, so that's a
That's
given.
not within the realm of this.
Yeah, it's not connected to this. Okay. Any other questions around it? All right, does that answer yours, Superintendent? Okay.
you.
All right. New business, first reads, policy. You want to speak to those at all, Catherine, or self-explanatory? First readings, you have any questions, get them to the policy committee, and we'll bring them up for a second read next board meeting. Draft warrant article.
So there you have in your packets a copy of the draft warrant as it stands right now. A couple of things. Obviously, we always send it to legal for its most final blessing. We are still in the window for petition warrant articles, but I wanted, because we have so much on the warrant this year, we wanted to make sure it was in front of you early. Traditionally in Conval, we have always put our money-based or financial warrant articles first, followed by any other articles. That is not, we don't have to do it that way. So we did put Article 10 to amend Article 8 of the Articles of Agreement. Sorry, it's Article 5 of the Articles of Agreement. But we want to is that what you want, I guess is what we're asking, or do you want us to push that up in the order? Again, we did it in the order because we always do financials first.
Any comment from board members? I think staying with the financials at the beginning is the best procedure to go forward unless someone has another thought around that.
So are there any pieces of the warrant that you want to talk about or concerned about? Want me to double, triple, quadruple check? At this point, I'm not even sure if I would see a misspelling because it's been reviewed so many times.
Give board members a few seconds to look it over, and then when I see your eyes up, I'll see if we have any other questions.
No, not yet. No, we'll send it to the attorney and then it'll be back in front of you again next week. And I think there's some things you guys want to go over as we're doing the warrants. You may want, I mean, if you have the opportunity at this point, except the warrant's not actually finalized, but you could go through and decide if you're supporting them or not. Also, if everybody is, I know I can see people still looking at it, but there is a note we can put under Article 1 that would indicate that of the $58,370,749, it would break it out by fund. So general fund, then our federal grants fund, and if the board would like to do that. We've never done that before, but it does certainly show, I don't know if people would find that confusing or not. It is an option.
Catherine?
I would be concerned with, especially with other topics on the warrant this year, of changing our format. I've seen many different articles in many different formats, and while I do think we're showing the gross appropriation, right? And that's what we're required to do. And I can value seeing the net as well, but I do think all those numbers could end up a little bit confusing, especially given some of the later article that we'd like to move forward.
I would concur. I think staying as traditional as we can, presenting our warrant is a valuable thing. I'm getting nods from the rest of the board members, so.
Is it possible that as we're doing this, you could go through and decide if the board is recommending or not recommending adoption of these articles? That would be helpful at this stage. And then if there's another, well, because the faster we do that, the better we can get the annual report done more quickly. If there's petition articles, though, they'll have to be added, and you will have to decide if you're going to recommend them or not recommend them.
Catherine?
Mr. Chair, I would like to move that the board recommend Article 1, the operating budget, totaling $58,370,749, or should that article be defeated, $57,822,135.
Second on that motion? So it's moved and seconded what happens here is board members vote, and how the board members vote gets displayed. So it could be, all board members or some board members, but the ayes and nays would get recorded and the abstentions would get recorded. Superintendent?
So it only actually puts whether it's recommended by the board or not.
Doesn't
We
show
don't
the vote.
actually
Okay.
show the tallies.
So
As
if
you
you're
vote, you show
putting
the tally.
recommended or not recommended, if there is a dissension, you do have to indicate that.
Right.
You do have to indicate that. So if it's unanimous, it's just board recommends, but if it's
Okay.
multiple, then we have to show that.
Thank you. So we have a motion and a second to recommend Article number 1. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Any abstentions? Okay, Article 1. We can move on to Article 2.
I move that the board recommend Article 2 to accept the collective bargaining agreement for fiscal year 24-25 for an estimated increase of $1,229,388.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Abstentions. Okay, full board presented. All right.
Mr. Chair, I move that we recommend Article 3, holding a special meeting for a defeated or amended collective bargaining agreement if warrant Article 2 is defeated.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? Aaron?
So I just, because this is a negotiation within the contract itself, you do not actually have to have a special meeting. I just want to, guess you don't ever have to have a special meeting, but we do have a contract in place. Both, I would recommend that you have a special meeting considering where we are right now with our teacher shortage and our pay in comparison to others, but it's not, you don't necessarily have to. So I just want to make that clear.
I would like to keep my motion and recommend that we keep this option in place and have the voters be aware that should that article be defeated, that we may have special meeting.
Any other questions? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nays, abstentions. All right, recommend.
Mr.
Catherine.
Chairman, I would like to recommend Article 4 to appropriate to the Health Maintenance Trust Fund from our fund balances. If we have leftover money, it would be funded in the order in which they're placed on the ballot, and we would use $350,000 from fund balance from the June 30, 2024 balances.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions. All right, board approved. Catherine. Jim?
I just noticed the wording in the Article 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you got, some cases you got comma previously established, other places you got as previously established. I recommend you make them consistent.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
And also, on have the floor, when we get to Article 7, the number should be 50,000. That's what we talked about last time. So keep that in mind.
All right.
Catherine?
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I would like to we recommend Article 5 to appropriate to the Building Capital Reserve Fund from fund balance for $500,000 to be added to the Building Capital Reserve that has already been established from the June 30, 2024 balances.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions. All right, it's approved. Catherine?
I would like to recommend, Mr. Chairman, that we recommend Article 6 to appropriate to our Technology Trust Fund, also from fund balance, in the sum of $50,000 from the June 30, 2024 fund balance, with no amount to be raised from taxation.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions. Board approved. Catherine?
I move that the board recommend Article 7 to appropriate to the Equipment Trust Fund from fund balance in the amount of $50,000, which was the So I think that's, I recall that as well. So we can have a discussion after I
just-
make the motion.
We'll just need to, so if,
Let her make the motion and we'll have.
Yeah, to come from the June 30, 2024 fund balance with no amount to be raised from taxation.
second,
Moved in second. Any questions? Any?
Nope. no, if that's,
No,
If everyone on the board
my notes
supports
say
it, I
50
don't-
My notes say 50,000 on my spreadsheet. And all my notes say 50.
okay, great.
The total of all the trust funds would be $1,200,000.
That's what we decided. Okay.
Okay. No further questions, then all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions. All right, board approved. Catherine,
I move that the board recommend Article 8 to appropriate to the Energy Trust Fund from fund balance in the amount of $50,000 from the June 30, 2024 fund balance with no amount to be raised from taxation.
Second,
been moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions. Board approved. Catherine,
I move that the board recommend Article 9 to appropriate for the second time in the warrant to the building capital reserve from fund balance, because these articles are funded in the order in which they are shown on the ballot. In the event that we continue to have leftover monies to meet our capital plan, I recommend the sum of $200,000 to be added to that fund from the June 30, 24 fund balance with no additional amount to be raised from taxation.
a second.
second,
Moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions. Board approved. Catherine,
I recommend that the board, I request that the board recommend Article 10 to amend Article 8 of the Articles of Agreement.
second,
so moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those are in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Two nays. Let's do a show of hands. All those in favor indicate by raising their hand, please. In favor, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 7 votes. Oh, minus 8. And 2 abstentions. Excuse me,
No,
2
no.
noes. I'm sorry.
Two
2
noes.
noes. Any abstentions? No. Okay. So that will show on the warrant. Got the right count here.
What did you say? How many to what?
2 nays,
An 8?
and then we've
2
got,
Okay.
would you get?
Yeah.
8. 8.
Thank you.
That's just what it shows up. That's to amend. That was the old previous one in the past. Catherine, Article 11.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the board recommend Article 11 to accept the reports of agents and auditors. We don't have to recommend that one?
Okay.
All right. We have to recommend our own salaries. That's uncomfortable.
Okay. Catherine?
All right, I recommend that we accept Article 12 for the school board salaries, which also includes the treasurer, assistant treasurer, and moderator, so it's less awkward.
Second?
second,
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Abstentions. Okay, board approved. What about 13? Do we need? We don't need that one. Okay, so thank you.
Dick? If I could-
Jim.
If I could make a comment, in your package is a summary of the trust funds with these amounts in them, so you can see what the proposed, what the projected balances would be with these warrant articles approved. Just as a note, it's in your package.
All right, thank you. At this point in our agenda, it's a point for public comment. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to speak to the board, you have 2 minutes. Your name and the town you're from. Not seeing any, so we have to go to a non-public for negotiations. Could I have a motion to go into non-public under RSA 91-A:3, Common Roman 2?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Dick? Ellen? We're non-public. Thank you. Thank you.